And
I see a few colored people in chat, sir. Shall we ban them immediately?
no, we're only trying to ban Christie, and it looks like we are almost halfway to the goal, 363. So another $647. We can ban Christie, but we're not going to ban black people for being black. Thanks for the donation, Avi Duder.
Hi, Richard. Here is the link to the website for Reverend Left content. I thought since they are heavily philosophy related you would be interested. Thanks for all the work you do.
Are they on YouTube, or do they just have like this podcast on their website?
And it turns out that was not the amount of grain that was coming in. So based on your experience within being able to be immersed within the historiographic traditions of both the Western historiography and the Chinese,
inspired by the Paris Commune from 18...
Well, that sounds boring. I don't know. If they reach out to me and want to have a debate or something, I'd be down. Thanks for the donation, Moro of the Wolves. But anyway, back to my story. I fully internalized nihilism, and I felt like I unlocked the ultimate knowledge of the universe when I was on mushrooms. And the knowledge that I found was nihilism. I abandoned all like human values, including like the value of myself. And I realized that absolutely nothing matters. And it was it's hard to like explain what that feels like. It's a different thing, like knowing that nothing matters and feeling like nothing matters. And I actually experienced the knowledge of nihilism. And it made me think of the forbidden knowledge, like the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden, where God told Adam and Eve not to eat the forbidden fruit of good and evil. It was kind of, I literally felt like I had just consumed some sort of forbidden knowledge that humans aren't supposed to obtain. And I actually got super nervous, and I thought that I had to kill myself because I was in this state where I literally did not care about anything. I was just thinking about like what would happen if I don't if I don't if I stayed in that state. Like I was actually worried that I gave myself like permanent psychosis. Um I felt like I had given myself permanent psychosis, but it wasn't technically psychosis. It was like I obtained this forbidden knowledge. And the reason it's forbidden is because you can't exist with that knowledge. So once you obtain it, you have to die. And I was actually worried that I'd either like starve to death because I didn't want to eat. I had no interest in like drinking, eating, bathing. I literally cared about absolutely nothing. And I was actually thinking of like a way to just kill myself because I realized nothing matters. And I was in the state where I was thinking like, okay, well, I might as well just kill myself now. So I I had enough wherewithal to just say, okay, well, I'm on drugs now. This feeling will probably pass, but I don't know. I feel like the story of the Garden of Eden and eating the forbidden fruit, it might not have been intended, the story originally might not have been knowledge of good and evil. It may have been about like a deeper knowledge about just reality itself. Because I like, again, the experience that I had on the mushroom trip was, it wasn't just when I was coming down, I could feel myself forgetting. Uh, I was literally losing the knowledge that I had obtained, and I went back. I came back to this like this reality of lies, that things matter, that it matters if I eat, it matters if I bathe myself, it matters if I drink, it matters if I pay the rent. And I could feel myself losing that knowledge of nihilism slowly and slowly. So I think the story of the Garden of Eden and the forbidden knowledge, I don't think it was actually it could have been, like, who knows, but I think what makes more sense is Adam and Eve didn't eat the fruit of good and evil, they ate the fruit of knowledge, and the knowledge was something that leads to, some sort of cataclysmic event, like a fall, where you're just guaranteed to die. It was a really weird experience. Um, and yeah, I really felt like I obtained something that you just shouldn't have. Um, that was probably the craziest experience I've ever had on mushrooms. I can understand why some people actually kill themselves while taking mushrooms. It is something that you have to be careful about, and even if you're experienced with taking psychedelics, you should absolutely have a trip sitter. If I had access to a firearm and I didn't have the wherewithal to just say, okay, I'm on drugs now, this feeling will probably pass, I very likely would have just killed myself. So it's something you have to take seriously if you take mushrooms.
More cunning than the beast that he had created, almost as if this is a being in the garden that God himself didn't actually create, or God isn't sort of connected to in the same way. Because why is the serpent there in the first place is a question that's worth asking.
Am I going to do mushrooms ever again? I don't have any plans on doing them ever again. If I feel like I need them and can benefit off them, I'll do it. But right now, I don't have any intention of doing them ever again, because I think I've gotten, as of right now, as much benefit I can taking them as I possibly can. But things can change. One thing with mushrooms is, and I, every time I've taken them, I've had this feeling that I've obtained some sort of knowledge from the mushrooms, and then you forget the knowledge. It like goes away from you, and then you lose the benefit from taking them. So right now, it feels like the knowledge that I obtained from taking them and the wisdom that I got, it feels like it's going to be with me forever. But like, again, having the knowledge and feeling it and experiencing it and being able to internalize it are two different things. And right now, I can feel it, I can internalize it, and I understand it, but that might change. Could be a week from now, could be years from now, and I might need them again, but I don't plan on taking them ever again.
It is that time again to act on my moral obligation to request you draw Christina's stinky holes once again. Make her fat 600 pounds, so fat she almost resembles the shape of a circle, while Vegan Runner and Buff Vegan Yoda are jacking it in the back.